Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to programming with Java. So basically in today's class we are going to talk about lists, and we're going to practice them inside of our Java programming terminal. So pretty simple. We talked in the past class about the theory of lists as well as maps and other elements. So in today's class what I want to do is pretty much simple. I want to create a basic list with you guys of fruits, and when it's all done, what I want to do is simply talk about 5 basic operations that you guys can perform on lists. So I don't want to do a too much extensive course about those elements. Just you guys need to understand that they're pretty important, and since that's just an introductory course to basically Java, it's not there is no need to really make it too extensive when I'm talking about lists. So let's start. All right, so basically pretty simple. Lists, when we're talking about lists, what exactly we're talking about? So in Java you guys have arrays, you guys have lists as well, and what's better? So basically when we're talking about lists, it's like an array, but it can be modified a bit easier, so the modification process is a bit easier, and it's faster, so it's way faster than an array. So basically there are plenty of operations that you guys can perform with lists, and what exactly I want to cover today is how to add elements inside of a list, how to remove elements inside of a list, how to modify elements inside of a list, an existing list, how to check the size of a list, and finally how to completely delete all the elements from a certain list. So let's start. So pretty simple. When you guys, if you guys want to work with a list, you need to import the type of list that you guys want to work with. So what's the type of list that I want to work with today? It's pretty simple. I want to cover the array list. So this is the type of list that we are going to talk about. So very simple. Simply write down import java.util.array list. Here we go. There. Little mistake. Here we go. All right, fine. Everything works fine now. Great. So right now, what exactly we need to do? We need to create our list. How exactly we create our list? So it's pretty simple. First thing, we need to write down the type of list that we are going to use or create. So in this case, we are going to create an array list. When it's all done, you need to specify the type of basically data type that will be inside of your list. So it can be integers, it can be booleans, it can be, well, any other data type. Today we're going to work with the strings. So basically if you guys want to work with strings, it's pretty simple. Just write it down right here. So string. Why exactly I like to work with strings when I'm working with lists? Pretty simple, because even if I have numbers, it's possible to convert those numbers inside of after that number, so integers, and then perform my operations. But if, for example, I'm having a list that contains integers, I can't necessarily write down letters inside of it, or simply write down different sentences. Also, my goal today is simply creating a list that will write down, well, where we're going to store different types of fruits. So pretty simple, we write down our array list. The data type that will be inside of it will be strings. So basically we're working with strings. And finally, the name will be fruits. So basically the last thing is writing down the name of our array list. Then it's equal to, basically we are creating a new array list. Here we go. All right, so right now we have all the elements that we need. So this is pretty much the way that we are creating our list. So when it's all done, what exactly we can do? So first thing, we can check what is the size of our list. So how exactly we can check out the size? Pretty simple. We'll just write down in int, which is integers. And we can give a name to our variable. Once again, we're going to create a variable where we're going to store the size of our list at this particular moment. So let's call this variable list size. And we can check its list size. So in this case, we write down fruits. dot size. Great. So this will be the first operation that we are going to check out. So how exactly we can, so what exactly would be the size of our list right now? So our list is empty. So right now the size of our list is basically 0. So if we print our, size, so in this case, list size, here we go. So if we print our list size, what's gonna happen? In this case, it will be 0 because there is nothing inside of our list. Now that you guys understand how exactly you can print your list size, what we're going to do, we are going to add a little bit of elements inside of our list. So how exactly we can add elements inside of our list? So pretty simple. We write down the list name, so in this case it's fruits, and then we click on add, but we write down add. Then you guys can write down all the elements that you want to add. So let's add apples. We can also add let's say bananas, what exactly we can add, well, problem right here. We'll just copy everything and we can pass it to the next line. So here we have peach. We can create melons as well. And let's say we want to create a watermelon. Here we go, watermelon. Great, so right now we have everything that we need. So we have our list that is ready right here. So if we do pretty much the same thing, if we take our list size and add it there, and now we want to check our list size, you'll see it's gonna be a little bit more different. So if we run it, we have 5 elements inside of our list. So the list size will be necessarily 5. Now what's gonna happen if we want to print our list? So let's say instead of printing the size of the list, we wanna see all the elements inside of our list. So pretty simple, you just print fruits. So in this case, we are going to see all the elements inside of our inside of the list fruits. So as you can see here, we have apple, banana, peach, melon, and as well as watermelon. All right, now let's say we want to know what exactly is what is the element at a certain place. So let's say at place number 3, what is the element associated with place number 3? So in this case, number 3 should be 0, 1, 2, 3. So it should be melon, if I'm not mistaken. But let's try it out and see how exactly it works. So pretty simple. We're working with strings. So we're going to create another variable. So we'll call it, I don't know, place. And this variable will be equal to the place number 4. So how exactly we write it? So once again, list name. In this case, it's fruits. And we want to get, what exactly we want to get? We want to get the number 4. Now, if we print place, what exactly we will get? We will get the element at the place number 4 of our list, which is watermelon. So yeah, place number 4, it's watermelon. So if I write down place number 3, it will be melon. So as you can see, pretty simple until now. All right, next thing, what exactly we want to do? So let's say now I want to modify a certain element inside of my list. So let's say I want to take out banana and replace it by, I don't know, green banana, for example. So how exactly I can do this? So right now I have, well, I have my banana right here. I can modify it right there, but let's say I can do it this way. So basically there is a function associated with this as well, a formula or a function. And how exactly it works, it's pretty simple. So in this case, it's called set. So what I can do is simply modify a certain element inside of my list. So let's say I want to modify my banana by green banana. So pretty simple. I just write down the name of my list, which in this case is fruit. And then I can basically write down set. So set. Then the first thing that I want to do is select the element that I want to modify. So in this case, banana is associated with element number 1. And then I write down by what I want to modify banana. So I want to modify it by green banana. There we go. So now if I print fruits, what's gonna happen? Instead of banana, I will have another element that will be green banana. So as you can see, this is another thing that I can do with lists. Now let's say I want to remove something. So I want to remove, let's say, I don't know, I want to remove banana completely or green banana completely. How exactly I can do this? So pretty simple. We are going to use the remove element in this case. So how it works, first thing we write down fruits, which is our list name. Then we simply write down remove. Then what exactly we want to remove? What is the number of the element that we want to remove, or what is its index? So in this case, banana is at index number 1. So this is exactly what we're going to do. We simply write down 1. And then if we run our application, what will happen is that banana will completely disappear, or green banana in this case. So as you can see, we run it and we only have apple, peach, melon, watermelon as well. Finally, last thing that we will see today is pretty simple. Let's say you guys want to completely delete your list or simply start it from scratch. So let's say you have a lot of elements inside of your list and you want to start it again, or simply create another list based on this list. So they're really up to you. So how exactly it works? So pretty simple. We simply write down fruits dot clear. And in this case, if we run everything, there is absolutely nothing inside of our list that is called fruits. So as you can see, pretty simple. We talked about a few operations that you guys can perform with lists. So as I said, lists are, well, it looks pretty much like arrays. They're just a little bit more faster. In my opinion, they are a little bit easier to use, and they have more utility in the long run. In particular, if you guys want to basically work with huge databases, they are a little bit faster than arrays. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.